Hello, fifth graders. Welcome back. We are going to finally start a new story today. We're going to read the whole thing today because it's not very long. We're just going to read today and focus on comprehending the material. So our story is called The Monkey, the Mirror, and the Red Paint by Paul White. And for this story, make sure that you have your reading textbook scans opened. We're starting on page 315 and we're reading all of the whole story, so until page 319. 5 pages, okay? We can do this. If you would rather read alone, again, that's fine. You do not have to read along with me. But as we read this together, I'm going to ask you a few questions in the middle, or I'm going to pause a few times and ask you some questions to review for comprehension. And I know that I won't be able to hear you, but pretend that I can hear you and try to answer these questions out loud, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. The Monkey, the Mirror, and the Red Paint by Paul White. Dotty held a great mirror before him. Those who came to the campfire crowded around to see themselves in it. Mirrors are things of wisdom, said Johanna, who had just finished carving a small wooden dog. Mugogo looked from the little large-eyed puppy at his feet to the wooden miniature in Johanna's hand. There is another mirror, which makes it possible for you to see inside your skin. The four-legged ones of the jungle will help you to understand it. Vumbei was a tan-colored monkey who was interested in everything and who spent much of his time both in mischief and in rummaging in the rubbish heap near the jungle hospital. One morning he found an object that gave him no little joy. It was a nearly empty pot of red paint. He sped through the thorn bush, clutching his treasure and chuckling with glee. Twiga, the giraffe, saw it all and thought thoughts of alarm. He bent his neck gently as Vumbei, the monkey, chattered importantly. Monkey wisdom and his strong curiosity urged him to wrench off the lid and investigate. All right, pausing here. Just to let you know, yes, you may have noticed this is a frame story. So we have the campfire going on and they're going to be talking about the story called The Monkey, the Mirror, and the Red Paint. And that's why, starting with where it says Vumbei was a monkey, this is the story that these guys are listening to. Okay? So, the question for you is, what treasure does Vumbei the monkey find? Did you say pot of red paint? You are correct. Good. Giraffe knew the worst that happened when he saw Vumbei's head disappear into the pot as far as his ears. So what happened here? Vumbei sunk his entire head into the pot of red paint. Slowly, an oddly decorated monkey face appeared. Vumbei could smell oil, but no matter how he rolled his eyes, he could not see his face. Twiga the giraffe coughed a gentle cough and with difficulty kept laughter from entering his neck. Vumbei, he said huskily, your face will cause your family no amusement. You yourself will have no joy in the hard work of your uncle's paw in the way you know so well. The corners of Vumbei's mouth moved up and down, and a tear ran uncomfortably down his nose. He dropped the pot. In a small voice, he said, what shall I do then? Giraffe nibbled at the thorn tree shoots and thought deep thoughts. He turned to Vumbei the monkey. Oh, ball of mischief, if you go carefully to the pawpaw tree at the hospital and look through the door, you will see a small shining sort of window. Look into it and you will look back at yourself. This useful object is called mirror. It is a thing of true wisdom. With it, you will be able to see your trouble and remove it. That is the special and most valuable use of this shining thing. Little Monkey waited for no more. He scuttled towards the hospital, going more cautiously as he came closer. He peered through the fence, climbed it, looked his way and that. There was the pawpaw tree, there was the door, and there was the window of wisdom. Pausing here. So Twiga the giraffe tells the monkey to go find something. What is that object that the monkey needs to find? The mirror. Very good. Let's see if he succeeds. He took a deep breath, bolted through the door. There was the mirror, but before he could look into it, voices came from outside. Vumbi grabbed the mirror and scuttled through the window up the pomegranate tree and onto the roof. "Stop, thief!" someone shouted, and a large stone whizzed through the air. Over the wall, through a hedge, round trees he rushed, till he stopped, panting, under a jifu bush. He was about to look at himself, when Jackal passed. Vumbi was pleased to see the way Hyena's partner looked at the mirror under his arm. Even the wife of Simba the lion stopped and looked at him, a thing she had never done before. Monkey then made a tour of the large buyu trees to impress both friends and relations. He felt warm in his inner monkey as he saw eyes turned towards him and mouths that moved behind hands. Vumbi made self-satisfied noises which stopped suddenly when he saw Twiga the giraffe looking at him rather queerly. "Have you looked at yourself, small monkey?" Vumbi shook his head, and in so doing he noticed something dancing along in front of him. As he moved the mirror to and fro, he noticed how it threw a handful of bright light. Curiosity welled up in his mind. He flicked the shining patch into the questioning eyes of Twiga, who blinked and swung his neck sharply away. Vumbi somersaulted with monkey glee and dashed further into the jungle. In the deep green coolness, he saw Loa Loa the tortoise. So that's the turtle. The flying blob of light flashed blindingly in his beady eyes. Tortoise's head disappeared quickly under his shell, and his voice came shrilly. "Stop it at once, or I shall inform the senior members of your family tree." So why is the tortoise upset? Yep, because Vumbi is moving the mirror around, causing the bright light to hit Tortoise's eyes. Vumbi swung by his tail and applauded his own sense of humor. He laughed till his ribs ached when he found that the light flashing in Hippo's eyes made him sneeze in a way that reminded him of thunderstorms. Twiga walked over to where mischievous Monkey still swung by his tail and said very gently, "Small one, you are so intent on mischief, like getting in trouble, that you have forgotten the condition of your nose. A mirror is made to look in and not to play with. The light it reflects opens up the dark places. It helps you to see and avoid things of danger like pythons and leopards." But Vumbi made a rude face and scuttled on to the top of an anthill where he saw Mbisi the hyena winking at him. Vumbi came down to Hyena's level and heard his sinister whisper. "Oh, Monkey, take no notice of Giraffe. Do not look in that thing, or you will have fear." Vumbi shuddered and his mouth went dry. "Wrap it in a banana leaf and hide it," advised Mbisi, slinking off towards the rubbish heap. Mischievous Monkey decided to use it just once more when he saw his uncle Nayani comfortably and happily eating bananas. The mirror moved in Mischievous Monkey's hand. Nayani blinked at the blinding light flickered in his face. He shaded his eyes and peered around to see what was producing the trouble. Vaguely, through the irritating glare, he saw Vumbi with something dazzling and shiny in his hand. Twiga the giraffe saw that trouble was near and came closer. Nayani continued to screw up his eyes and blink as the patch of light hovered round his face. Monkey words of horrid violence came through his clenched teeth, and threats that would turn monkey blood to water were directed towards gleeful little Vumbi. So what's Nayani doing over here? He is going to scold Bunbei. With the skill of years, Nayani peeled an overripe banana. His hairy arms shot out and wham! Bunbei staggered back, tripped and fell, clutching the mirror over his head. His features were now decorated, not only just with red paint, but also with overripe banana. Mbizi the hyena laughed his evil laugh as he heard sounds of monkey misery mixed with the noise of hard paws striking with enthusiasm. Twiga, the giraffe, waited a suitable time and then came close to the tree where Small Monkey stood. For it was more comfortable that way, letting the cool wind from the jungle blow caressingly on his less comfortable positions. Twiga said, Small Monkey, what is the use of a mirror? Unless you use it for its proper purposes. It's not a toy or an ornament or a charm. But such are the ways of monkey wisdom that little mischievous monkey turned his back on Giraffe, wrapped the mirror in a long strip of buyu bark, and stuffed it in a convenient hollow in his family tree. Alright, so the story of the monkey's over. Going back to our campfire friends. The Bible is the great mirror, said Dottie. Read it, and you see yourself exactly as God sees you. It is to be read, not just carried, not merely carried. A closed Bible on a shelf does little for its owner. To make light of the Bible, to misquote it, to twist its words to suit your convenience are certain ways of producing trouble. Its own words are, the man who looks into the perfect mirror of God's law, the law of liberty, and makes a habit of so doing, is not the man who sees and forgets. He puts the law into practice and wins true happiness. All right, the end. So, reflection, question, comprehension included. How does Dottie compare the monkey's usage of the mirror with how humans should use the Bible? So in other words, how is the mirror and the Bible related? What is the analogy that the story is trying to make? Think about it. So my answer is, Dottie compares the Bible as the mirror. Bunbei the monkey, did he use the mirror in the proper way? Did he even look at himself in the mirror to see that his face was covered in red paint? No, he didn't. He was just playing around with it and bothering people with it, right? Just like that, a Bible is not to be just played, it's not to be played with or misquoted or used in a wrong way. You have to actually put into practice the things that are in the Bible. So the Bible is like a mirror because it reflects us. It shows us how God sees us as his lovely, wonderful children, right? So that was our story. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you soon in spelling class, guys. Bye.